right.
Hey.
All right. So are we live, Daisy?
We are live and in charge, everybody.
Well, it feels like it's been such a long time since we did this here, but here we are again. This is Oliver Happy Hour.
Raise up the sound a little bit, Darrin.
Okay. Well, this is gonna be.
We're trying out some new technology, you guys. So hopefully you can hear us.
Daisy, not only are we trying out new technology, we're a little rusty. We haven't done this since I looked up into our archives. We haven't done one of these since June 6th of this year. So it's been, definitely 6 months since we've come together. But this is Oliver Happy Hour episode. This is 116.
116. Welcome to Oliver Happy Hour. December 31st, 2021.
What? So first of all, let's just talk about why we wanted to come together. Since it had been a long time, there had been a lot of movement in each of our lives. Mm-hmm. I think that made it pretty hard to come together. Right. To do it and to get back into the rhythm. But we said to ourselves when we came together a few months ago that we would come together for the last day of the year to close out the year. And we are here.
We are here. We are here.
We're ready to say goodbye to 2021. And I'm over here slipping, because I'm over here 2020, which 2021.
2020 all the way in.
We're about to go into 2022, and it's been great. Wow,
Doesn't that sound weird? Like 2022, like we've made it all the way here.
It's not picking up the sound. Just FYI.
It's not picking up anything?
I mean, you just got to turn it up a little bit more. Because it's, we're just trying this out, you guys.
Yeah. We're a little rusty. Remember,
let's just turn up the sound a little bit.
All right. Is it any better now?
I mean, it's like on 2 bars. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
But I feel like
you can turn up everyone else's mic too, Darrin.
No, he turned up all of our mics, and I feel like I'm all up in it. Like I'm like, ooh,
yeah,
Daisy.
Okay, this is so much better. We're at 3 bars now.
Okay, we're at 3 bars now.
This is we
gotta scream in the mic. We have to scream.
I think we probably are audio engineer. We got all this shit rigged up. So our tables don't even work.
Goes for 2022.
I need to call China. China needs some replacement parts. Some of this shit don't work. Came out the box not working. Come on, shit.
I cannot take it.
Yeah. Well, we do have a guest today.
Yes. We need to introduce ourselves, Daisy. We need to introduce ourselves.
All right, I'm Daisy O, always ready for the show.
Okay. And I'm DevyDev here in the building.
And I'm Andreia, little sis in the building.
Hello, and
Darrin.
Yeah. I'm Darrin Oliver here in the building. No, this is good. I mean, like I said, this is we're all a little bit rusty, so I'm over here trying to queue up stuff. But just in terms of today, what does today mean to you, Devin?
It is the last day of the year. I don't know. Today means to reflect, I guess. To reflect back on the year, on what has happened, what has transpired, what have you learned, what have I learned, what have I accomplished. I've really just been reflecting. That's what I would say. Today is a day of reflecting.
Oh yeah, that was pretty deep, Devin. That was pretty deep. Not very specific, but you kind of generalized it all.
Yes,
there.
I did.
All right. Well, again, we're at Oliver Happy Hour. This is episode 116. 1:16, and today's the last day of 2021, December 31st. Yes. We're here on the east side, and we got Daisy here, Daisy O, always ready for the show.
Always ready for the show.
So today, what does today mean to you?
You know, today just is a really great time to be with family that we have not been doing this for a while. We kind of got off of our routine of doing all of our happy hours. So I'm just so happy to be with family. Yes. You know, we've spent many New Year's Eve together as family, just at the house in the den, popping Martinelli's. You know, hearing the firecrackers, the fireworks, and the gunshots.
We have to break down.
Right. Oh, this is not fireworks. Yeah.
Bro, some years ago, we remember we had an Uzi.
Right.
We'll be like, hold on, that is not fireworks. Okay, this is not fireworks.
One time we were like, oh, we need to get in the living room in the front of the house. And then we went back of the house, and that's close to where the action was going down.
It was so much action, but I'm just happy to be with family today and just closing out the year strong, making sure that you know, everything is in order. I got married this year. I have a new wife. My wife, Mary, is over there just holding it down. I'm just so happy, you guys. This was a great year. I know a lot of people talk about like 2020, 2021 was like terrible. But for me, I absolutely grew so much. And I fell in love and we eloped this year. So that's a really huge highlight for my year. So I'm just excited about 2022 and all of the great things to come.
Right. Nice.
So for me, what does today mean to me? Today was like a one of those days where you try to appreciate the air. Because on a day like today, after we've had so many days of rain, the air is pure.
Yes.
Purer than it's been for most of this year, because we haven't really had rain this year in Southern California. We needed this rain. Everybody was saying, you know, sometimes, you know, I didn't like the rain because it messed up my whole week. I was off this week. And I thought I could relax and go outside and shit like that, but I couldn't. But what I did appreciate about today, because today is after the rain, the first full day that we had after the storm.
Right.
And to me, the air is pure. And so what I wanted to do today was to enjoy that air.
Say it.
And so I went out to the beach today.
Nice.
I took the truck down and, you know, I went down to the beach and rode my bike and took in the breeze.
Wonderful.
The clear air. So today, today was the day, a little bit of relaxation, a little bit of getting out of my own comfort zone and pushing myself, because I was riding a bicycle. Over 5 miles, which is something I don't do. I don't really do.
Yeah, you better stretch. You better stretch before you go to bed. Stretch, y'all. Do some stretching. You know, stretch them thighs and them calves.
Likewise, child. Sneak up on you.
Come up tomorrow, Darrin. You're gonna be sore.
Tomorrow now. You 30 now.
You better stretch. That's all I'm saying.
Stretch for sure. Okay, because I haven't been on them bike trails. Ooh, child. Ooh. Make sure you stretch tomorrow, okay? Do some yoga positions. Okay?
I definitely will do. Okay. So, but yeah. So,
what about Andreia? Wait, what's your name, Andreia? Darrin, is your microphone up? Is her microphone up?
Speak into the mic, Andreia. Speak into the mic.
Okay. Or do it again.
Andreia, how you feeling, girl?
I'm feeling good. You know, with it being the last day of the year, you know, today, I don't really know how I feel about today. It's kind of feel like just another day, But you know what? I'm going to definitely say I am in good health. My kids are in good health. And that's pretty much what I wanted to end the year off in good health and go into the new year with good health. So, other than that, I think the year was pretty good besides all the bad things that happened. I mean, I didn't have COVID. I never caught the COVID, but to those who did, my condolences, and I'm just happy to be in good health. I didn't get the COVID, so that's good.
That is good. That is very good.
Blessing. Okay.
Indeed.
Yes.
All right. Darrin is our technician. He's setting some things up. He's working some things out. Working it out.
Are we good?
Doesn't sound like it.
Oh
Okay,
no.
well, maybe it's just some of these things is just
Yeah, our systems are, just a little rusty. You got to keep some things up, guys. Technology is
should
just,
have rubbed on it with some oil.
Lord, we should have prayed over it. We should have prayed over it.
You can hear us, okay? I think everybody can hear us. Mama Millie is joining us on YouTube. Mama Millie is here checking us out. Thank you for checking us out.
All right. So I think now is a time to try to bring back one of these old segments that we used to do.
What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'?
What's
What's poppin'?
poppin'? What's 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 poppin'?
Hey.
All right, you guys. Well, what actually is popping? What is popping?
Darrin, what's
in the
poppin'?
streets, y'all?
Come on, tell us, Darrin, what's poppin'?
What's poppin'?
What's really popping is this Andreia virus.
Oh,
I heard. Hey, a guy that would go around eating booties like ghosts and stuff like that. You gotta watch out for somebody like that. Old dirty scoundrel out here.
why did you call it the Omarion?
People are just like, I can't say Omicron. It just sounds so much like Omarion.
Oh, guys, stop.
Right.
Oh, everybody got to make up a nickname.
Hilarious.
Yeah. So the Omicron strain, it is the latest strain of the COVID-19 virus.
Yes.
So we had the Delta, which we went through earlier this year, and now we have the Omicron strain, which apparently is very infectious, a lot more infectious than the last. Sorry, my bad. The music was just
it's throwing you off a little bit.
It's like I'm trying to hear the feedback, but this damn headphone jack is like it's not even working right.
Yeah, y'all, we need some new technology. If you could support us, we're calling out to the Lord and to the people financially. Let's get us a new soundboard, Jesus.
So the Omicron strain is out there right now. It's much more infectious than the Delta variant, but apparently it's not as it hasn't
detrimental
been detrimental as detrimental as the other strains. And maybe it's because a lot of people are vaccinated. The thing is that even if you are vaccinated, you can
still catch it.
You can possibly contract it. So.
Well, I was reading an article today, actually, in CNN News, and one of the doctors was saying, like, eventually it will feel like the annual flu kind of situation. Right. It'll kind of tarry off into the experience of like the annual flu. We're just not there yet, and of course with the spiking of the amount of people that's getting it, but there's definitely it's it's a virus, and so it's just it's highly contagious right now, and it's spiraling into different variants, and so eventually they will pretty much put it in the same strain as like getting your annual flu shot kind of thing. But that is a conversation for, a lot of people to have, just getting vaccinated or not vaccinated, but also making sure that we stay protected, wearing our masks, just being mindful of traveling and being around other people. So just stay safe, everyone.
Yes, very much so.
Not making any sense. I'm gonna just speak from the point of view from those who just don't care to get vaccinated, or this is just blasphemy to them. Like, this is just not making any sense. You guys come up with all these new things. Well, why we're not coming up with new ways on how to get people jobs and stuff, but you guys can come up with a different virus, a new strand. Like, how is that even possible? That doesn't make any sense. Like, make it make sense. Come on now. Come on, government. Let's make it make sense. Because it has to be understanding. We need to understand what we're going through. Like, and y'all just throwing these things out to us. It's just not making sense. So it just has to make sense.
Yeah, eventually let's get the information together. But I do think it's still exploratory right now, so.
Definitely.
Darrin, what else is happening in What's Poppin'? What's going on?
All right, so why don't we get in? Well, I guess just for the facts and figures, about 5.4 million people worldwide are said to have succumbed to COVID and passed away. And just another factoid: 20,000 more people were diagnosed with COVID in LA County on just this past Thursday alone.
Jeez, so that's happening fast, rapid.
It's picking back up. They said it's been picking back up since September.
Well, it definitely is. And just to preface your point, Daisy, too, just as I'm trying to queue up for the next segment.
I'm getting a drink.
The thing about COVID is that I don't think that the government they should have known that this next strain was going to happen. They can't say like, oh, well, we didn't know that this was going to happen. And it's like, well, I'm glad that they're doing the at-home test, because the thing is that they shut down all the testing locations that we used to have.
Yeah.
That's why it's lines and lines of people trying to get these tests. But I'm like, shit, you guys should have had these damn rapid tests
a long time ago
already, and the supply built up for
as
that.
As many people that have died, they should have had these rapid tests available.
They never should have even shut them down. They should have been already preparing for this. If they knew that COVID was this bad, if you knew it was this bad, then you should have been preparing for this new strand. Like, it's not making any sense. That's what I'm saying. Like, make it make sense. You already telling them, now we got to take the COVID test at home.
The government constantly lies,
Well, the thing is that I feel like they tried to use it as a way to tell everybody to get vaccinated.
Yeah.
Get vaccinated, you won't get nothing will happen to you.
Right.
Exactly, and they need to stop.
But damn well, you guys just came up with that, and I'm not even criticizing. I got the vaccine shit. I'm gonna get the booster next week. Shit, I mean, hey, but I know for a damn fact it's just like when I get the flu shot. Shit, sometimes I get the year I get a flu shot, shit, I get sick.
Every year.
Yeah, because sometimes it's only got like a 53 or even less % effective rate.
Right.
So even like with the vaccine that we have, shit, each time we walk down the street, we absorb millions. They say millions and billions of little particles of bacteria and disease and shit like that, and our body has to fight against it.
Exactly.
We're supposed to be a fighter. We're supposed to be fighters.
But some people are not able to fight it, and that's how you've gotten those people that have died after they've taken the virus, because their reaction to it is it kills them, and that's what's sad. That's I feel like personally. I know everybody is different, and they have a different reaction. And I'm not. I don't want to be one of the. I don't want to be a test dummy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, understandable.
I don't want y'all to. Yeah, no, I'm good.
Right. because those vaccinations we took for school, it was told we had to take it because, just to keep everyone safe in the school, you know what I'm saying? So those was like mandatory, but that was because we had to go to school and take those. But this is not the same thing. Like, and that vaccination was supposed to last us for a whole year while we were in school. So that's not what you're telling us. This vaccination is supposed to help us survive for this whole whatever year. This thing is something we might need to take every 3 months or something. But that's not what you're saying either.
Well, the thing is that they won't tell you that we need to take it every 3 months because the government doesn't have the capacity to give people a shot every 3 months. Shit, it's expensive.
That's very expensive.
Shit, I wish I tried to invest in Pfizer and that shit didn't go up a damn thing. I'm like, shit, these motherfuckers over here making all these damn vaccines. I thought these motherfucking share prices was gonna go up.
I mean, with the population, I'm pretty sure they're thinking like, well, I mean, why not let's kill off a couple of million people?
I'm sorry, Andreia, your mic is not picking up,
Oh,
so
no.
it's just it's hard to hear you.
Yeah, try to get it.
I was just saying that. Okay,
Much better.
I was just saying how the population, we're overpopulated here in California alone. So I mean, what is to say the government is not thinking, well, let's kill off a couple of, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
like,
yeah.
I mean, it's just a fact. It's just true. It's just what it is.
Yeah. Well, Mary also brought up a good point. Honey, do you want to come share a little bit? Because she was talking about the mass exodus of people in the work industry related to COVID and how this is impacting our economy.
Exactly.
Not just in general, but it's impacting the number of workers that's available. A lot of people are choosing to retire early.
Right.
What were you saying, Mary?
But they even killed off Jason on General Hospital again because he didn't want to get the vaccine.
Right.
But well, yeah, my bad. I brought up General Hospital.
Oh. Why, hello, Candid Camera, and this is Mary Jane, and I will welcome myself to the show.
Okay.
Okay, girl. Mary Jane.
Come through with the come through. All right, what are we talking about? Resignations.
Yeah.
Is it about how I'm going to resign or?
No.
Okay, the mass resignation, if you didn't know, is happening, and it's affected almost 30% of the workforce, and people are leaving because A, they can get paid better elsewhere, B, they can work from home, so why do they have to go into the office?
That part.
And C, because everyone spent so much time reflecting this past year that they're like, well, I don't want to do this shit anyway.
Exactly.
So I'm going to resign. And we haven't seen this level of resignations, but specifically because of the way COVID-19 has impacted people in both positive and negative ways.
Mhm.
People got a lot of money.
Right.
Mhm.
Got a lot of money this year.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And you can buy a purse or you can pay rent.
Yep.
Some people chose to quit their jobs and have that rent paid. And that's just what it is. But it's affecting so many places that are not just like every day, it takes longer to get pizza or my dry cleaning takes longer. It's like I work in foster care. We have huge exodus of foster youth today, legislated in this state. 1,800 children needed to leave. And where were they going to go?
Jesus.
And why was that a good idea?
Right.
I'm not really sure. But I've been supporting that all week, and I'm very glad to say that First Place for Youth did not exit anyone into homelessness. Everybody got into housing.
That's a blessing.
Yeah.
But anyway, the Great Resignation, it's tough. It impacts so many people, and we've been hustling. But it's very interesting how so many people would leave their jobs.
Yeah.
All at once.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I would leave mine in a heartbeat.
Right. This is all connected.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, we can talk all day about COVID, you guys, and it's been kind of ravaging our year. But let's talk about what else has been popping.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, before we end, it's going to be ravaging a few more years. Let's hope we get over through this shit in the next year.
Absolutely.
I mean, hey, it's been 2 years. Shit.
Well, that's what they were saying in the article is we don't know what is to come in the future, but eventually it'll get to the place where like the annual flu is, but they just don't know yet. It's kind of at that exploratory phase of let's just see how it impacts people. And they say it's going to be seasonal. So every winter these times of years that it spikes. This is normal kind of thing.
Right.
Just
comes and goes.
very similar. But right now it's just kind of it's just heightened.
Well, nobody is ever talking about how we can live better and live healthy. That's where what gets me.
Exactly.
Like
just
get away
take
from
this
these
vaccine.
processed foods.
Right.
Yeah. No, I mean, because the people who get it are people who have diabetes and
Right.
Absolutely.
heart
There it
failure and
is.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
There it is.
Underlying illness.
We know who
Exactly.
is most detrimental for. Now, I would say we don't know the long-term effects of just if you just regular Joe Smo, because some people like they have long-term effects from it. And we need to study that.
Right.
In terms of people dying and being on ventilators, we know who it mostly affects. It's a certain type of population that we need to tell everybody. Like, let's have healthier habits so that we don't have these behavioral physical ailments.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I agree.
Because shit, I need to watch myself too, because I eat a lot of processed food. Shit.
Yes, we have to be mindful of what we.
But they can't do that because they want to tell you, the food pyramid and all this other kind of bullshit. And they want to like, oh yeah, EBT, you can get it at Jack in the Box.
Right.
Thank you.
Right.
Anyway, so moving on, I was playing the OJs because I wanted to. We were talking about the deaths of COVID, and I did want to segue into talking about those who we have lost this past year. Today, very sad day. Betty White.
Betty White passed away
at the age of 99. She was going. Her birthday was going. Her 100th birthday would have been January 17th, and she was planning a big celebrity fun-filled show. Or program. She was going to do a program where she had
Golden Girls.
Well, I hope they still do it.
Yeah, they probably will. Because she was going to donate all the proceeds to charity and stuff like that. So it really is sad to hear.
That's
about her.
crazy.
Just earlier this week we lost John Madden. John Madden, great historic coach, NFL analyst rather. We lost other great icons earlier this year. Cicely Tyson,
DMX.
Oh man. Young Dolph. Young Dolph.
Draco the Ruler.
Nobody knows.
That was just 2 weeks ago, right?
Yes, they do.
I said nobody knows who he is, but I mean,
it's the reason why we have like Joe Moses's and RJ's and
he was before them.
Yes,
he was.
True. Yeah, it's messed up. It's messed up. Yeah. Well, anybody else that you guys want to memorialize or eulogize at this moment?
We're going to mention about the little girl, because she did die.
Oh, I thought we were going to talk about that in politics, but we can talk about her.
Who else
later.
passed?
It's really not coming to mind right now. Maybe we can we can revisit that.
Right, but rest in peace to all the lost souls.
Yeah, so why don't we go into movies, TV and movies? With a good transition.
Oh my God, that was not a good thing, guys.
I can't.
Well, let's do
I
rest in peace. Sending our condolences to families that have lost loved ones this year.
What's his name? Prince Charles is dead. Remember, Queen Elizabeth's husband died.
Oh.
I don't know what he did. I know Betty White. She was down for the cause. I don't know what the hell Prince Philip did. Shit.
He supported his wife through her reign.
That's what he did.
And she holding on.
Yeah, Norm Macdonald passed away. Virgil Abloh.
Oh yeah.
Virgil Abloh passed away. Michael K. Williams.
Oh right, Michael K. Williams.
Michael K. Williams, and Christopher Plummer. Wow, I didn't know. I forgot Christopher Plummer passed away. Biz Marquis.
Biz
Marquis. Clarence Williams III. You guys don't know who Clarence Williams III is? Remember in Tales from the Crypt? No, not Tales from the Crypt. Tales from the Hood.
Oh, the devil.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh no.
Yes, Clarence Williams III. He was in a few other movies. He was a great stage actor as well. Cloris Leachman. You know, remember Cloris Leachman? She was the granny in Beverly Hillbillies. She was also on the Mary Tyler Moore Show.
Okay, yeah.
Rush Limbaugh. Shit, I don't give a shit about that motherfucker.
Oh,
Oh, right.
Huh?
Who was it?
Rush Limbaugh. I don't care about him. Dustin Diamond.
Keep him lifted.
Remember Dustin Diamond, you guys? Screech.
Oh no, he did pass away.
Did.
Yeah, Screech passed away. You know,
that was this year?
Yeah. Cicely Tyson, Larry King, Phil Spector.
Oh my
God. He was in jail. Hank Aaron passed away. Colin Powell. Bell Hooks. Bell Hooks just passed away.
Bell Hooks did pass away, yes.
You know, Stephen Sondheim, you know, the great composer, passed away. So many, did I mention I said Michael K. Williams as well? You know, just a lot of people passed away this past year. Yeah. Okay, well, is this a good segue to television and TV and movies?
Keep him lifted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep him lifted.
Right. Rest in peace.
She said, "Keep him lifted, child."
All right, so moving.
I'm gonna slap you.
All right, so moving to talk about TV and movies. So Devin, I think me and you are the only ones here at the table who watched the Insecure series finale.
Right.
Now, tell me, what are your immediate reactions?
It was really good. I like how they. Well, I don't want to tell the whole.
Yeah, don't be a spoiler alert, Devin, because you have a track record for that.
I like how they I don't know how to describe it without giving it away.
Okay, pass it to Darrin.
Yeah, what I would say
it was really good.
It was good, but it just kind of felt like, this shit ended, like
it ended like
it didn't feel like I don't know, but I guess really what are series finales, But
I guess the ending was predictable, I guess, because I knew she would end up with Lawrence, and the fact that Molly. Okay, that was a spoiler. Sorry, y'all.
It's okay. I mean, I feel like if you look at Twitter or anything,
but if you look at Twitter,
you gotta live in a rock.
Look, I looked on Instagram and I found out that Molly had got married before I even watched it. So they were spoiling it too.
They did release a picture of her like in a wedding dress.
Exactly.
I was
so Molly got married, y'all. So
if they spoil it, I can spoil it too.
So I mean, it was good.
Yeah, I just feel like it's almost like they trying to get ready for a spinoff or something, like, because it's just like, it's over.
Right. Yeah. Because I was like, oh, this is the end. That's what that was my reaction.
But let's think of other series finales, right? Series finale of Martin, right? So Martin, he's there. Him and Gina are supposed to be moving to LA, right? And he writes on the wall, like, just sporadically, like, one love,
right?
And then he walks out the door, and then it fades out, like, damn. You're like, oh man, this shit's over,
really?
Right.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, right?
He turned off the fucking light.
The empty house. He was just standing there,
man,
crying. I was like, oh Lord.
And it's just like, over. Okay, damn, this shit is over.
But you could picture their next step. You knew, okay, everybody was moving out, but you knew what everybody was going off to do. Same with Martin. You knew, okay, they were going off to LA. Okay, like, we can imagine, like, their next phase of life or whatever.
Wasn't it the same thing? Do you guys remember the In the House series finale?
Oh, I don't remember it.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that show. Oh yeah, very
Was it like he sold the house or whatever?
Yeah. So how are you guys making that comparison? Is it just like this one wasn't really like closure? It was kind of like they're trying to.
I think the closure was that she ended up with.
Because in the beginning,
and then Molly got married. So Molly
in the beginning
no longer...
of it, Insecure. Issa was with Lawrence. They started out living together. They were in a relationship. They were trying to find their way or whatever. Molly was on the dating scene, like, fuck, like, I can't find a fucking man, damn, like, and then, okay, so at the end, Molly is married to another partner, like, the guy that she marries is doing what she does, like, she relates to him, like, they just mesh well, like, they didn't start out on a good note, but she ended up with somebody that is like her or whatever. Okay. And then Issa and Lawrence, they go through their whole ups and downs or whatever, and then at the end, he ends up, he has a child with another woman, but they end up making it work. Mm-hmm. And they're living together. So right. Happily ever after, like maybe they'll get married soon. Like that was the drift off and, into the next phase of their lives. So,
Darrin, do you want to fix this? It's kind of like in the picture.
Oh.
Sorry, guys. He's just distracting me a little bit. All right. Well, I mean, you guys check out the show.
Right.
I would definitely say check it out. Check it out for your own good. I know she's going to come out with some other projects.
Oh yeah, she has the different deals. Yeah, she has different deals.
She had one on HBO Max. Like it was like some it was basically some like College Hill remake or some kind of shit. Remember, it was like I don't know if you saw it. It's on HBO Max. But it was basically like. I don't know if the shit was real or if it was like scripted reality, and it was supposed.
I think it was scripted reality.
And it was people based in South Central, but
yeah,
I don't know. We live on the East Side, so like the shit was not relatable to me. Like, just like most shit, like people be like, oh, like all this West Side shit. Like, I don't know. Like, no. Where's the motherfucker at the liquor store all the time asking for money?
Exactly.
Where's the neighbor with the chicken? Exactly. Where's the other neighbor who, whatever they cook, they give you a plate?
Right. Or the neighbor that borrows stuff.
Sometimes it just doesn't feel like, to me, like it's not my lens.
Right.
I understand that. Everybody has their own different lens. Shit, people from the Valley can say they're from LA. And
that's true.
They have their own experience too,
Well, what other shows were good out there this year? There's been a lot of TV streaming has been the highest that it's ever been. Red Notice is the highest. Do you guys know the movie with The Rock, who I just love so much? And Ryan Reynolds and Gal Gadot, the Wonder Woman. Yes, it is the highest streaming movie of all time on Netflix, and it's also in. The Rock also, his tequila company is doing exceptional.
Wow. Tequila is good. I bought that.
I need to try it.
They sold honestly, he broke records. He broke records with that movie for Netflix because it's the highest streaming movie of all time.
Really good.
Red Notice.
Really good.
Yeah, it's really good, and his tequila is doing awesome. Anyways, I'm a huge fan of The Rock. If I would be so. I love him.
The Rock was my guy. Okay,
I love my wife. I love The Rock.
Listen, okay, I would be watching him. It would be him and Stone Cold Steve.
Mary knows my crushes. She really does.
You be looking at Stone Cold Steve. Like what?
I love both of them. Like,
bald redneck. I didn't know that was a flavor.
oh my God, man.
What the hell?
Hey,
I know. Yeah, I guess you like white boys. You were Backstreet Boys. I remember one year. I was.
don't blast me there. Don't blast me.
One year. Like, you know, me and Denver had a rivalry back in my early days. And so I remember for my birthday, I was like, I told my mom, well, give me the black and blue CD back. Give me the Backstreet Boys CD.
Oh my God, I was so mad, y'all.
Just so
When I say I was mad, I was so mad. I said, I stole it from him anyway, okay? Listen.
It was hot.
You did not like any of those.
The next day, that shit
You
were.
Right, what you said here? The next day, that shit was gone, right?
She was like,
yes.
You don't listen to me.
Stole your shit. Just stole your shit. She is a thief.
Stole my shit.
She is a thief.
You don't listen to that way.
Put it on portable CD player.
Remember the portable ones we used to take to school?
Lord,
Anyway.
Oh my
All right, what other TV shows have been coming out?
We're talking about Invasion, right?
Invasion. You guys, if you have Apple TV, watch Invasion. When I say the season finale just leaves you on your toes, me and Mary are just like, when is it? Mary keeps asking, like, is the next one out yet? And I'm like,
my
honey,
God.
the season is over. But it is so good. It's about alien invasion, and it's very sci-fi, very futuristic. It definitely keeps you on your toes, and like it's really creative and like visually stimulating. But it's also like, could this really happen? And this is so smart the way that these aliens just took over the world. Like, it's really intense. So check it out, Invasion on Apple
where
TV.
the people, they like warp them into like a whole nother dimension or something like that?
No, it's a TV series.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a TV series. I mean, Ted Lasso also on Apple TV. I mean, just an excellent series. It deserves all the awards. The performances are great. I mean, like, if you haven't watched Ted Lasso and you get a chance to watch it, you'll understand like why it's won so many awards. It's a really good show. It's amazing.
I gotta watch it.
What else has come out? Halle Berry's movie on Netflix. It's her directorial debut.
Right.
Bruised. I really liked it.
I
really liked it.
What did you like about it?
Yeah.
What did you like about it?
I like the storyline. Like, okay, it might have dragged on a little too long.
Yeah.
That's probably like, but I also know it's her directorial debut, so she's kind of like just like reveling in it just a little bit.
Exactly.
It doesn't take away from the storyline though, which if you follow it and you follow her and just watch her as a performer, like she really had to get in shape.
She really
when
did.
I say like shape,
yes.
like she was treading in the water shape. Like literally that was one of her exercises, is just like throw a ball while you're treading in the water. Catch it, throw it. Yeah. Do you know how difficult that is? Like, and at her age too, like she's killing the game.
50 plus.
Right. Okay, literally killing the game.
Plus. I commend her
at all.
I follow her on Instagram, so I know like when she was filming it, like she was, posting about it and stuff. Had a whole hairstyle and everything, like with the braids and all. Like,
she was really doing it.
She
did so well that she got a Netflix TV deal. I mean, she got a Netflix like multi-million-dollar deal.
Yeah.
So it was good enough for them to be able to like say, "Hey, Halle, make some more movies," which she's definitely making right now.
And she also dived into the music realm of it too. Linking up with Cardi B,
right?
Cardi B was the producer of that album too.
Exactly.
And it was all women that were on the soundtrack.
I just want to say how crazy Netflix
I gotta finish
is way
it,
more exciting to watch than like regular TV.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
they have
I love
a
Netflix.
plethora
Yeah,
of
Definitely
different.
love Netflix.
They have a lot of
movies,
options, a lot of good
shows.
productions that are
Yeah.
out there.
I love
It
binge
is.
watching like stuff
Yeah.
off Netflix.
Mhm.
It's-
Yeah.
I don't know. You
Speaking-
know, Netflix. I get overwhelmed by just all this stuff, and you know, to me, sometimes I don't like the Hallmark look of the shit. You know,
Oh,
like
God,
some of our
Love
Netflix
stories.
stuff look like some
Yeah.
damn Hallmark
Netflix
shit.
hater.
And I'm just like, okay, you guys just greenlit this
Hallmark.
shit just so you guys can have. You said, oh, we need 3 dramas by fall,
Oh,
Yeah.
and
my
you was
God.
just like, oh yeah, get that raggedy piece of shit over there. Look to the page. You know, like, oh yeah. Let's make this.
They have to appeal to all age.
Man, I don't know. That's why I maybe I'm just saying because I fucks with HBO and but mostly I'm a person who just looks at I look at the History Channel and
Yeah,
stuff
What
like that
about-
still,
Have y'all
which has
heard
been
about?
coming out with good. Let me just put the History Channel has been coming out. I'm pretty excited, Daisy.
Okay.
Because you guys know when I was a kid,
Yes.
all I used to watch was a History
Yes.
Channel.
That's it.
Yes,
Modern Marvels
Absolutely.
Wednesday, Modern
Yes.
Marvels Monday.
That's
They
it.
used to do all
Yes.
this shit, all
Fall
this
asleep
programming
to it.
on
Yeah.
the History Channel. For years, for almost like a decade, they just relegated themselves to just this reality TV, and it was just like Pawn Stars and shit on.
Yeah.
And like I'm not trying to look at fucking Pawn. I'll look at a few episodes, but I'm not trying to look at that shit. I don't, what the fuck. But now they've been coming out with some real good dramatic reinterpretations of such things as the building of the Hoover Dam, the building of the first cable across the Atlantic, the first subways.
Okay.
Talking about different things like that. So it's been exciting.
cool.
I've been watching a
Great.
lot of it lately, talking about television.
Okay.
Right.
So, what about? Have you guys watched BMF?
No,
I don't know
I
what
don't
that
have
is.
Showtime. I don't have Stars.
No,
I don't have
that's
Stars.
Stars.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
I want to watch BMF. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get 1 month, and then I'm gonna wait till Power goes to until the season is
Make
up,
sure
and then
you
I'm just gonna binge it. I'm not going. Hey, look, Fruity, I love your content. However, I'm gonna wait till your season's over so I can just binge it. I don't have to wait.
Oh
I have
my
to pay for this shit
God.
for
It
4
was
months.
directed by Tasha Smith too.
I did, yeah. Well, I know about BMF, so I'm gonna catch up with both of them.
Well,
Yeah.
speaking of kind of like the History Channel, have you guys seen that Will Smith show that's oh god,
it's
I
on
think
Discovery?
it's on Discovery.
It's Discovery.
He got
It's
a show.
yes, Will
Yeah.
Smith is like exploring the world, and when I
Lord.
say
He be posting about it too.
what, like honestly, one of the first episodes he goes into an active volcano.
What?
Like it's
Yeah.
pretty astounding, and then he gets into this like contraption that goes deep into like the deepest, darkest place into the ocean, and you see all of the like objects and fish and these amazing creatures
That we
in the
can't
ocean
see on
that
the
we
surface.
cannot see.
Right.
Like honestly, it was pretty astounding. So definitely check that out because it's
Definitely gonna have to
very
check it out.
visually.
I'm a very
stimulating.
big. I love Will, so I'm
Will is
so
great.
Down with it.
And he came out with his book. His book came out this year.
I feel like he should have got a little bit more like
Media attention.
attention about it. It was pretty much a sleeper, and I feel like it was overshadowed. I don't know if Jada does this shit on fucking purpose, where she just talks shit, and I'm like, oh man, like some of you guys' relationship for years, everybody would be like, oh, you guys know, all this shit was being talked, and nobody, they weren't seen, they weren't heard, so it's like you couldn't confirm anything or anything like that, but. Lately it's just been like, okay, what the fuck is going on?
All about Jada. I
Yeah.
mean, she just released info about her alopecia and like she
What?
bald
Hey,
like,
I didn't even know
recently.
she had alopecia.
Yeah, she came out and said that she had alopecia about a year or two ago, and she was losing hair rapidly. Like she was in the shower and her hair was just falling out in chunks.
Right.
So most recently, she posted a picture of her bald head
She cut it
and
off.
was like, "Me and this alopecia are about to be friends."
Yeah.
But I do agree with you, Darrin. I feel like Will Smith's book is a pretty big deal, and her alopecia is a big deal that she's overcoming it and showing the world, like, kind of how someone with this alopecia disease can overcome it. But also, it's like both of you guys are having
something just doesn't feel right about it, because it seems like every single time Will tries to come out with a new project, it's something, because around the same time it was saying, she was saying being Will Smith's wife, I'm not satisfied all the time because he's always busy. It's just
something that you already.
Well, it kind of reminds me of Megan and Devon Franklin. I'll be quite honest about that.
Let's talk about that because
I'm just saying it does remind me.
Before you go into it, let's talk about the new show Harlem, which I do want to plug because my homeboy Kadeem from college is in it.
Oh, great!
Great job.
Awesome.
They should have given motherfucker more screen time, in my opinion, because I think maybe there'll be a season 2. Hopefully, it'll be a season 2, and his character can.
Wait, where did Harlem come on?
It comes on Amazon Prime. So it's a story about. I think they're kind of like late 20s, early 30s Black women in New York City. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of interesting because
like Sex in the City for Black people.
In essence.
In essence,
okay,
not the same, but
in essence, that's what it is, because it is about their sex lives a lot. It is a lot detailed about their sex lives.
Okay,
but what I would say is it's interesting because it's around my age, right? They're characters. Now Megan Good is 40, so it's to me it's not fully believable, because you're like, okay, you're playing a 30-year-old, and then they do flashbacks to them being 24 or 25. So for me, it felt very damn, I do kind of feel older, because they said I've been talking about 2015 and 2016. Yes. I'm like, oh yeah, I was like, damn, yeah, that's been 5-6 years ago. Shit. I'm still thinking because 2015, 2016 to me doesn't seem like that long ago.
Right. Exactly.
Compared to something like 2003,
right,
or 2004 or 2005.
Exactly.
But anyway. Yeah, but Harlem is a great show. Definitely you guys should check it out. I think it's very, I think who wrote it? I forget who wrote it. I think they also produced Girlfriends.
Wasn't Megan Good? Wasn't she a part of the production? Or is she an executive producer?
She might have been, because she's the main character. She's the central character in it.
I think she is.
And I feel right after it premiered, a week after it premiered, then Devon filed for
he filed for divorce.
What the hell was that about?
What did you say?
I was saying in my opinion, I feel because she had announced how they're still they still love each other, the love is still there. They've just decided to go their separate ways. And
the volume is not picking up.
Yeah, Devin, you want it. Remember, you want it halfway.
I'm all up.
Speaking louder.
Don't speak at the top of it. Speak
also
into
speaking
it.
louder.
I'm speaking into it.
Yeah,
that's
okay.
Great. Shit, the volume's already all the way up. Already got the volume all the way up.
Oh my god, the volume wasn't picking up. You're pretty low.
Okay. So, I was saying how, she is in this acting career, and I feel he is in, he's a pastor, he's in the church. She can't be that first lady. She can't do that. Their careers are going separate ways.
That's a whole show in itself.
Yeah,
their relationship.
Exactly. So I'm thinking this is probably they just decided
the end of the road.
Right. It's just their lives are just two different.
Well, I was very surprised. I mean, I
was very surprised too.
But their relationship does remind me of Will and Jada, where I feel Will and Jada are a little bit older. They're kind of from that generation where it's you get married, you stay married,
right?
And you work it out, you figure it out, you stay married. That's just what it is. Right. Whereas Megan and Devon are kind of just at that younger age where it's okay, we're not happy, let's just move on, but we can still be friends and do those things. But you bring up a really good point where I will say, like, this is a whole script in itself. Like, this woman who's an actress and trying to be in this life is not fitting into the mode of the first lady and the drama behind it within the church.
She was getting a lot of judgment too.
I'm sure the church was like all up on her.
Exactly.
She was probably like,
you supposed to be a pastor's wife.
I know so many women was throwing themselves at Divine. The whole show. TV show.
What's this church at? What's this church at?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I don't know, but I do know he's like very, I mean, he's more urban church. Yeah. Like, but that still doesn't take away from the churchiness of how we grew up.
Exactly.
With the churchiness.
Exactly.
And definitely they was holding her on this pedestal where she she was this
first lady,
but this lifestyle where I've been this character for so long. So
is it out here? I think it's out here in LA.
I believe so. Is it one church? Zoe. He's at Zoe. He's at Zoe. He does appearances at one church, but he's at Zoe Christian Fellowship.
I'm trying to find this out on here.
Not Bethel.
Not Zoe Christian. Not Zoe Christian. Not Zoe Christian.
Yeah, we are 30 minutes away from midnight. 30 minutes away from midnight. What else we got to talk about as we count down into the new year of 2022?
Let's say goodbye to certain things like the Staples Center name.
Oh no!
So Staples Center is no longer known.
Say goodbye to the Staples Center. Wait, was there any Staples Center song? Was there like the
No.
But do you guys remember when the Staples Center was built in Los Angeles?
Yes.
Do you guys remember that? I do.
2000.
Yeah, it was like 99.
99.
It was 1999. They opened up the Staples Center in Los Angeles. It was a big deal because they moved everything from the Forum the Forum. And it was another basketball center that was by USC, the sports arena, and they moved to the Staples Center. Yeah.
And what was the reason for changing the name on the Staples Center?
So the money. Shit, it's the money.
Money.
Crypto.com is going to pay over like $750 million to the owners of Staples Center, which is AEG.
Yeah,
I like the names
exactly.
But Staples Center shit, they stopped paying for that like 2-3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I like that the S wasn't blink. The light was on. The S wasn't on. It was just Staples Center. You know what I'm saying? When I was still there.
But yeah, so literally, but they're going to use that money to renovate Staples Center because Staples Center needs to be renovated. The shit,
it is.
The signage is still from '99.
But now it looks just really. I mean, until that transition happens, it looks really janky. They just got a little sign that says
with
crypto.
all the upgrades that have gone on downtown, like it looks like freaking Times Square down there. Like all the big ass buildings, screens and shit. Like
TV outside.
Remember when downtown was not the place to go?
No.
Boulevard?
Do you remember when mommy used to drop us off?
Fancy Boulevard.
Okay, let's stop.
God would drop us off and be like, you guys have fun.
Couple of blocks from Skid Row.
Andrew,
go shopping and I'll come back in 3 hours. And we was like, he was not staying in downtown. Now it's like the place.
So not on Ace.
Shut up. She's extra.
Oh God, that is so funny. But yeah, downtown is really picking up. And look at the new crypto center. I don't know what they're gonna call it.
They're building down there.
It's gonna be great. Really I mean, downtown is gonna continue to dense up.
Yeah.
I think the surrounding neighborhoods are something to look at. I mean, like areas like Boyle Heights, MacArthur Park, even historic South Central.
Mm-hmm.
Because those are the areas that are gonna gentrify faster. I mean, let me just be honest. I mean, hey,
totally,
it's happening already. But anyway, so moving on. So, just in terms of a reflection, let's just have some reflections of 2021. Andreia, you were talking about how there's so many new Black entrepreneurs.
Oh yes,
Yeah, tell
there's
us more.
so many people with just different things as far as like their own clothing line, products that we can buy, hair products to body products to bracelets to body beads. I mean, it's all kind of things going on. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I have not purchased anything, but I'm being honest only because there's just so much going on, and it's just so many. I can't buy them all. I haven't bought any.
Can we all just come together? Is what you're saying? Like everybody got a great idea. Yes. Let's just try to blend it.
Right. And then first being down for so long, you know what I'm saying? Whatever that means, you know what I'm saying? We've been able to rise up. We've been able to sell our own products, make our own products, be more than just I don't want to say the wrong
consumers,
word, right? Or the statistic. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't want to be just what they think we are. We can rise above. We can be more than just Black people. You know what I'm saying? We can have businesses. We can have products and things that will better our culture and our community. So I think it's good. Like I said, I am on my verge to buying something. I don't know what it is.
All right.
Actually, that's not true. I bought something from Raquel.
Oh yeah.
Right.
There you go.
So I did participate.
Support the Black businesses.
Yes, definitely. I love it. All the melon that's popping and
melon is popping.
I'm using all the shea butters and cocoa butter.
Hello,
shea moss. And I'm down with the count, you guys.
Not shea moss. She's on moss.
Bump the products. It's Black people are making. It's the sweets.
Absolutely.
The down south foods that we're getting, like the gumbos and just people making certain things like Mr. Fry's Man. Like, that's something that's authentic. It's like different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So just things that are thought of. We got one of our dear friends, me and Devin went to school with, have been knowing her since the 4th grade. She has a whole taco truck, which is franchised off of another person we've known since kids. His name is Malachi, which is Spanky Trap Kitchen. So it's going a long way. You guys are expanding. You guys are involving other people. Like I said, coming together. So I think that's a really good thing as Black people. It's hard for us to come together. It's hard for us to stick together. So just on the aspect of trying to build off a product that we've made from scratch, I get it. I like
keep it up. Right. Let's keep it up. Yeah. Let's keep it up. Yeah. Any other reflections, Mary?
Reflections for this year.
Yeah,
2021 reflections.
You gotta speak loud. Speak louder. You can't hold the mic.
Okay, reflections for this year. I think number one is focusing on gratitude, because every single day, when I read anything, it just makes me sad. So Daisy and I, every single day, we check in about what are you grateful for today before we pray, and that's been a consistent practice that we've done all year. It's always going to be tough, but if we can't see the bright side, then we're doing it wrong.
That's good, Mary. That's really good.
That's my reflection.
Hey, I love that. I love that.
That's
you gotta be on the bright side.
Yes.
Because what side grows?
Mm-hmm.
It's the side that receives the sunlight.
Yes.
So be bright. Be warm.
Be bright.
And be warm.
Be warm.
And wait for that seed to grow.
Wait.
Plant it.
Sometimes,
you gotta plant the seed.
Sometimes you be surprised that even you can find a concrete road.
Yes.
Ask Ashanti.
Yes.
Listen, we didn't even talk about the verses this year. Yes. Oh, the verses battles. The verses battle.
Oh my God.
With Monica and Brandy.
Right.
And
I love
who else was
it? And it was Gucci and
Jeezy.
The Isley Brothers came out with the against.
It was Patti LaBelle and
was that last year?
No, that's all this year.
No, that was this year.
All this was this year.
That was all this year, Darrin. 2021. That's where we at. We talking about it.
Up.
Oh, that was around Easter.
Versus battle.
Joe and Ja Rule.
Right, because you know what? That's completely right. Because last year it was they were at home.
Yes, collecting PPP.
Exactly. Yeah,
and EDD.
They were at home last year.
Collecting PPP and EDD.
Oh, that's why
I am done with
Listen, y'all, she ain't got no sense.
The versus battles was good, but what was happening in politics this year? What was happening in politics this year, everybody?
Devin didn't even do my intro. She walked out, don't even do my intro.
Oh my God!
What kind of shit
I'm
is this?
gonna do it for you.
Oh.
What is it? What's the intro? Politics.
Oh my goodness. That is the most anemic response. Oh my goodness. Somebody. 10 cc's a typo. Get some blood in here.
Politics.
Devin, come over here. Give me my damn intro.
Oh, hello, y'all. We got Mr. Nook. If you would. Right. If you would. Right.
Hey.
Hey. Happy New Year.
All right. Devin, my intro. For
Politics.
Let me go back and find a good one. Just replay.
Okay.
Rusted and busted. Can't be trusted.
You know it's some Listerine in the bathroom. You could have gone and, get
You needed a little lip.
Actually, it's some store-bought, it's some Target, but it's some Target mouthwash. Anyway, so what I want to ask you guys is, how is our president Joe Biden doing?
2021 is a rough year. Rough year for Mr. Biden. I do.
This is first year.
Please keep him up.
Keep our president.
But his head, but he be knocking out
He's
sleep.
going see now, y'all.
Lord.
Keep him lifted. Yeah. And what else about Kamala?
Well, let's finish about Biden.
I don't know what to talk about Biden, Darrin. What do you want to talk about? He ain't did nothing. That's what Anthony said.
No, he's gotten out and he's talked about how, he hasn't really come out with anything signature that you can call his own.
He didn't stop phone. That's what he has done.
Yeah. DMX, what? I just don't, I feel like he's just losing touch, and I don't think that, for one, I don't think that the Senate, I don't know, like, what the fuck they're doing in there. Like, if the problem is that you can't pass an omnibus bill, an omnibus bill is like what they've been trying to pass. Just stick a bunch of shit together and then, hold everybody's feet to the fire and say, like, okay, like, this is what we're going to do.
Right.
If you're going to get success with doing that, because the votes are so tight, why don't you pass each thing individually? Because I'm trying to figure out what the fuck do you guys do all day? And it takes you guys weeks and weeks and weeks just to come up with a vote?
Wow.
Shit, you guys could do some of this shit. Just give yourselves a good 12-hour block, and you guys come in and vote on stuff. That's what I don't understand. Basically, all I'm trying to say is that there's going to come a point in time soon where we're going to have to oust everybody who is a current elected official because they're no good. They're fucking no good. They're beholden to money, right? So each and every time, once they get elected, the first thing that they're doing is, we got to do money. Over here begging and shit. Now they're begging and stuff on Instagram. At least they're coming to us and we can see what the hell they're doing, because before Instagram, they're over here just talking to donors and stuff. Now they're coming to the real people, asking for my fucking $5. Support my campaign before the end of the CPAC deadline at the end of the night. I gave the Democratic Party $5 that was left over in my Apple Pay account, and these niggas will not stop contacting me each and every month. I go and I click unsubscribe. Don't contact me anymore. I am no longer interested. Please lose my email. I don't give a fuck about you. I sent to my Big Sean video one time.
Oh my God, my Jimmy.
I can't
And all I am saying is that the Democratic Party has lost its touch.
Yes.
And you better not be looking for motherfucking Midas touch. Everything I touch to turn to gold.
I'm not about to
You ain't Midnight Star, motherfucker.
The
song is You ain't Midnight Star. All I'm trying to say is that
I do agree that the Democratic Party is out of touch.
Yes,
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. The Democratic Party is out of touch.
Mm-hmm.
But still relevant. There's things going on our side or on the Democratic Party side, if I could say that. I am looking for another stimulus check, though. I am.
Oh, everything.
I need a check.
Send it.
I need a check.
$17.39.
But there has been a lack, in my opinion, there has been a lack of seeing party individuals like in the light.
Yes.
I think because that's
absolutely
from Donald Trump's presidency, he's always on TV.
right.
I don't see Joe Biden and Kamala on TV like that.
Yeah, and speaking,
And I'm missing that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we put y'all there. Now what are you doing?
Right.
Or what's going on? Or what's not going on?
I think that's a good segue because we were talking about Kamala. What about Kamala and where has she been? I mean, it's been a conservative joke lately saying, "Where's Kamala?"
Exactly.
Because Joe was in the hospital.
Under the
And so
anesthesia.
So he had his colonoscopy. You know what?
She became
president for a day.
For a day.
Girl, be quiet. No, that little piece of cardstock don't mean shit.
Charlamagne, she did the interview with Charlamagne the God. And she got a little spicy.
A little aggressive.
Yes, she did. Yeah, as a black woman, that's what they do.
That's what they do. No, that's what we do. We do get a little
We don't hold our
spicy.
tongue. Okay.
But I felt like, no, honestly, I didn't see the whole interview. But the portion that I did see, I was confused. I was like, what is she talking about?
All I'm saying is that Kamala Harris has a big, like, I can tell when she's bullshitting. Like, her bullshit meter is so bad. And it's like, I know you're a prosecutor, so I know you're used to bringing your A game. How come you're not reading your vice presidential briefings in the morning so that you can become aware and astute and observant of things and be able to appropriately respond and be able to tactfully deflect when you need to? Republicans do that shit all the time. You see them on what's their name? Ask them a straight ass question. Bob, we saw you eating a ham sandwich. We saw you eating a ham sandwich yesterday. We saw you eating a ham sandwich yesterday. What can you say about that? And Bob says, you know what I appreciate about America is that we can eat whatever we want to eat. I don't care if because the real tea is that Bob said, fuck swine, never eat pigs, and he's over here called red-handed eating pig. And he's over here going to tell you about how great it is to be an American and how you can eat that Subway and how you like spinach on your sandwich instead of lettuce because spinach is more fiber and shit.
Okay, so look. So we have another guest. We have Jamar here. He has a bit of a different...
You have to be over here.
A different perspective. So we want to hear his side.
Come on, slide down. Slide on down.
So I'm happy to be here, but my opinion, I said it might be a little different than other people's, is because I think the world has changed, right? Because prior to Donald Trump presidency, we never seen so much of politics on social media, right? And so I think people are feeling like absence and saying like, where's Kamala and what are they doing, is because I think that the Trump presidency did everything through social media. So we was almost made aware of every single thing that was going on in politics as in real time as it was happening. I think with this presidency, they're saying let's use social media, but let's not have them all up in our business how it was with the Donald Trump's presidency. So a lot of times people are saying like, what's Kamala doing? I think, Kamala, like we were talking about on Charlemagne the God, was saying we're doing our work, you're just not hearing about it every step of the way. And I think leadership wise, that's an important thing to do. Like, you don't want to put the country in crisis mode every single day, as we saw with Donald Trump's presidency. So I think that this administration is saying like, let's calm down. We'll do the back work. We know that it's going to be done. It's getting done. But I think that their tactic has been to do it more quietly and do it on the sideline. And I am a Kamala fan. I'm gonna just say that. And big shout out to City of Refuge, because I used to be a member there, and I have heard her speak many times. But the thing that I like about Kamala is that she's true to who she is. She's not going to be in your face, and she's not going to overly do things, but when necessarily, just like when she was talking to Charlemagne the God on there, like, stop playing with me. We're still doing the work. Joe Biden is the president, and we are doing that work. And I think that that's still relevant. The world doesn't need to be in crisis mode for every single thing. So that's just my opinion.
Absolutely. Yeah,
and I also can agree with that too, because when Donald Trump made an appearance on TV, I was very nervous. Like, what is he gonna say? What's gonna come out of his mouth? The fact that I don't see presidency on TV so much, I feel calm. Like, I'm calm about whatever's going on, what's not going on, I'm whatever, fine. But I'm not stressed out with what I see on TV right now. Like, I'm not overwhelmed. I'm okay. And things are probably going to be going way crazy, but I'm not overwhelmed with what's going on.
Yeah. And I think what the major thing that's going to get Biden that he wasn't anticipating, I bet, is inflation. It's going to be inflation. Shit costs more.
Right.
I mean, you can tell it always by go to the gas station.
Oh,
remember
the gas station, the grocery store.
You could go to Rouse and you can get $1 from your parent, and you can get 2 honey buns. You can get. You can get.
You can get 2 honey buns with that $1.
What year was that?
Now,
$4.
listen.
Oh, y'all remember the $4 deal?
The inflation is that.
For 25.
25.
Oh, yeah.
Then it was the 30 cent, the 50 cent.
76 cents.
Listen.
Yeah.
The small.
Yes.
No. Yeah.
The small bag.
Everything's going up.
Costs more,
Yes.
way more, and stuff
Absolutely.
just even recently, just has risen just so fast, just
Bless you.
because of a lot of the backups, the backups with the port, not enough port workers being able to process the material. So that's what's happened since the last time we've been on air. And Devin, I don't know if do you hear the freight trains at night? I do.
Sometimes
I hear them at 9 in the
do.
morning, because there's an 11 o'clock train that comes, and then there's like a 7 a.m. train that comes.
Yes.
Yeah, straight up.
I am.
They share the line with the blue line, so
Yeah.
you hear them coming through.
Right.
Even like by
That's true.
Verdum Day,
Yeah.
that track. You can hear those tracks come through because they have to utilize those, because there's not enough truckers to take each and every one of those.
Tracks that did not used to work.
Right.
That part.
Yeah, they didn't use them.
They stopped using them
Right.
because of the Alameda corridor, right?
Right.
So the Alameda corridor, and no longer, because remember growing up, we used to be stuck
At
with those
that
freight
at that
trains
damn.
Yeah.
as they would come by.
Right,
for
on the way to
minutes.
church.
Yes.
Right, for minutes. He's like, damn,
Yes.
we gotta wait for this train to come by. So they are still utilizing even the emergency track,
Right.
because they still need to get the capacity.
Right.
They
Right.
need to get everything
We had
passed.
about 8
minutes. Yes.
8
minutes.
Let's make it into a party, and then after we could say our welcome into 2022 and close it out.
All right, that sounds good, Daisy. What do you guys want to talk about next, since we got 8 minutes?
I just want to play some music and hang out.
Oh, you just want to chill.
She ready to party.
All right, Daisy ready to turn this shit on.
Nobody thought it was weird that Kanye moved across the street from Kim. I just wanted to say that out.
Oh yeah, Kanye's been having a heck of a year.
One heck of a year. He done turned a whole minister.
So he trying to get that old thing back.
Old
But
thing
she
back.
like, no, I'm good.
He's dating somebody else.
Lord, is
It don't matter if he's dating somebody else. He's still with Kim.
Exactly, right. Okay.
got many
So
women
now he's
holding
dating somebody else
miracles.
because Kim don't want him back, obviously. Because just 2 weeks ago he was trying to get her back.
Girl, the choir minister got holes in the
We
Child.
can close out with this. One word for 2022. Just one. Give one word for 2022.
I'm gonna go first.
Go.
Motivation.
Motivation. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Courage.
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 We use
Courage.
Courage.
Bless.
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 My word is a phrase actually. Double for your trouble. God is giving double. Double.
Oh.
Double.
Double.
Next. One word.
One word.
One word.
For your 2022.
I'm gonna say this. It's a phrase.
One more for my 2022.
Keep them lifted.
For your
For
2022.
Keep them lifted in 2022.
I would say growth.
Yes.
Growth.
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 And not just any kind of growth.
Okay.
I'm not talking about that skimpy kind of growth.
Yes.
I'm talking about that deep-rooted growth. You see, when a plant usually is in a pot,
Thank you.
when it's first in its pot, it's at its weakest moment because you just moved it from where it was before.
Oh God.
But once it is rooted now,
Thank you.
once that root gets to the bottom of the pot and begins to curl around the container,
Yes.
that is when you are growing and you are absorbing all of the water and all of the resources that you have. That is it.
Come on, growth.
Amen.
We can
Amen.
leave on growth.
We can leave on growth.
Grow in 2022.
Yes, grow.
You gotta have a little strength.
Grow. And lose. Lose some of these pounds.
Okay, bro. Speak for yourself.
Look, y'all, look. I'm pointing to me, okay?
Yes, come on.
Lose some of these pounds, okay? Lose.
Lift your hand up and receive it, Devin. Receive it.
Thank you.
Good.
Yes.
We 5 minutes out. And so, Darrin, you wanna?
Yeah. What song?
Y'all know the closeout song.
What?
5 minutes.
A song of 20.
No, we're not playing the. No.
Oh.
You guys want to play a song of 2021? Like what?
What was y'all song?
Dip on niggas.
Hey!
Oh!
Y'all got excuse.
Irrelevant.
Don't disrespect
Y'all I thought one of them got a parking ticket or something like that.
Dip on niggas.
It's called dip on the niggas.
No, it's not. It's called pimp a nigga.
It's-
Pimp a nigga.
Okay, well, is that the
Play
song you
that
want to
song.
do?
Okay.
You do that one.
No, I don't like
We
that.
can do it.
This was the song of the summer, child. Everybody was playing this damn song. Essence. Yes, I said I want to dip on niggas.
Okay, well.
Take his money there. I'll get it later.
Oh, did you guys
stop the recording?
I'm stopping the recording. How do you do that? End screen?
No, we wasn't supposed to stop it.
Happy New Year. 5 minutes.
So end screen.
4 minutes.